Hello there. It is wonderful to see you, at least virtually. I would love to say I could see you in person. Wouldn't it be great? Maybe I should say, isn't it going to be great when we all get together to have everyone that receives the weekly messages all in the same room? We would need a really big room, but that would be so much fun. Anyway, I had an experience recently that was quite profound for me. It was regarding this picture. Let's see if I can get it to you. See, it is a nice round picture, and I was at the alterations lady in Springfield. Now I've been going to her for several years. I Googled and found her online, Martin's Alterations, and years ago, and she's a wonderful Russian lady, and she was in a tiny, I mean a tiny, the size of a large closet storefront in a very old shopping center in Springfield, Missouri. And she had her sewing machine in the background and like a little had a little screen in front of it, and she was so nice, and she had a little changing room or a changing screen, I don't remember, so you could try your things on. And then at one time she moved into a new space which was a bigger space, and she had space for a couple of sewing machines in the back, and she had, I think, one or two also Russian women working back there doing alterations, and there were bridal gowns and prom dresses and clothes like mine. And then she moved to a bigger space, and her husband, who is also Russian, um, I believe, or Ukrainian, or someplace over there, um, remodeled it and built cabinets and everything. And her cousin was working in the back, and other related people were working in the back as well. And then I saw these pictures. This was just the other day. And they were obviously uh, beautiful, but they were also obviously not ready for a big gallery or something. But we're going to Bimini. You may see this after we're in Bimini, or before we go to Bimini, or after we go to Bimini, or I don't know when you're going to see this. But Bimini is where we go swimming with wild dolphins every 2 years. So this caught my eye because I thought this was a dolphin, just because I wasn't paying much attention. And then the wife or the mother was not there, and the father was, and he's a young, good-looking guy, um, and he uh, started telling me about the paintings, and I picked this one up, and I said, "This is really beautiful." And as he was telling me about the paintings, his heart swelled so big, uh, just massively big, talking about his daughter and how proud he was of her paintings. Now, there was some landscapes, and there were some seascapes, and there were, a few pictures that I mean, they were beautiful. Some of them were a little dark because his daughter's like 16 or 17 years old, and sometimes they go through that period. And and he was so proud, and I thought, oh my gosh, you know, to have a father be so proud of his daughter's artwork that he would display it in he and his wife's shop, and people would come in, and like me, they would buy one because they loved this little couple and wanted to support them. Then, after I was getting ready to pay for it, I realized this was a person, right? And this was a shark. It was not a dolphin. it was a shark. So the universe was masking the fact that it was a shark. And I thought, well, I don't know if I want a picture with a shark. Is the shark like scooting around there trying to see if they're going to eat that person? And then I realized, no, they're both sharing the same water. They're both sharing the same space peacefully. The person is not afraid. They're not splashing around, but they're obviously up higher in the water than the shark is. And I thought of Bimini, where, every once in a while we see little tiny sharks that are swimming with the dolphins, or not swimming with the dolphins, but are getting some food or something off the bottom. And I thought of this commingling of species where you have mammals, the dolphins, you have fish, the shark, and you have humans, also a mammal, sharing the same space, sharing the same water. I'm sure there's something very profound in that. I'm going to let you pick out the profound message that you receive from seeing this picture, and also the pride of a family when their offspring are growing up and exploring many aspects of their personality. I don't think the papa was trying to convince the daughter to go into alterations work. I even though I think I've seen her there at one point when the mother probably had to go run an errand or something. And I don't think that I have, and I think they have two or three children, but it was so refreshing to have a parent encourage their child to explore aspects of their desire without thinking about, can they make a living at that. His energy when he was talking about her did not uh, present the idea at all that he thought it was silly, or she could never make a living at it, or he knew that they weren't so good, or he knew that could be better, or his energy was not anything like that. He was just proud. And I don't think we ever get over having our parents be proud of us. It's so refreshing. So look at this picture again. It is round. I'm turning it around so you can see it. And just see, what is it that you see from this picture that is not fearful, that is not fear-filled? And what is your relationship with your parents? And if there's something that still needs to be healed, let's heal it. Anyway, that's what I wanted to chat with you about today. Namaste, y'all.